Okay, let's work on making a Feltie two different ways. So we're going to make the same Feltie, and we're going to use a variety of combinations. It was a YouTube user request that we show how to make a vinyl Feltie, and I don't mind. Let's do it. I'm going to show you a couple ways to make Felties, and then you can go ahead and experiment at home. See what works best for you. We're going to talk about pros and cons of each, or maybe why I do stuff in some instances and maybe not in others. So let's get started with our snowman. First thing I did, I cut out two pieces already. This is actually vinyl, and this vinyl actually has a soft back. Not all of them do. Some have a canvas back, or some almost feel like when you touch like leather on a couch, some feel like that. But this one has a little bit of a texture to it. This one is called White Sandbox, and you can find this at My Punk Broidery. I just cut out a 3-inch square just because I'm anticipating my 2-inch Feltie, and then we're going to back this one with just a piece of felt. One side of it's glitter, the other is not. It doesn't really matter. This is going to be on the back and no one's going to see it. So first thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and stitch out our placement stitch so that way we know where to lay our vinyl. Okay, the second step on making our Feltie is we're actually going to go ahead and place this and make sure that we fully cover our circle, and then we're going to, this is called floating, we're going to float it, and then I'm going to run the next stitch, which is going to make that same circle, and tack it down. Okay, so the next thing I have on our step here is we're going to go ahead and do the blacks of the eyes and the blacks in the smile. So like the raisins and the two eyes, they're going to go on top. I'm going to go ahead and switch out my thread because I need black, and I actually am going to also switch out my bobbin thread because for whatever reason in my machining I need black bobbin thread on the bottom or the white gets pulled up. And it only happens with black. I don't know why. Who knows? I do wind my own bobbins. That could be part of the issue, but you know, I like doing stuff myself. So for now, this is how I adapt to my machine. You can see what your machine does. Yours might do just fine with black. Let's go ahead and run it. Okay, so next are our rosy cheeks, so I'm going to go ahead and exchange this back out. Again, I need my white for the pink cheeks. Oh, this is a good cotton candy color. Sorry. Sometimes I impress myself with the stuff I left out and I didn't mean to. So we're going to use this. Kind of looks like cotton candy, so a little bit different. Let's go ahead and thread our machine and get our pink cheeks going. Switch out. Next we have to do our carrot shaped nose. So I got my orange ready to go here. This one's going to be a quick one. So this is a quick stitch out. This Feltie doesn't take too long. So let's go ahead and get that going. Ta-da! Okay. That was the last detail on our snowman. So next thing I'm going to do is we're going to get that felt we talked about earlier. I'm going to flip our hoop over. I'm just going to show you. I'll do it right here so we can see what I'm doing. Got the felt we talked about earlier. I'm going to go ahead and stick it on with my tape. Probably would have been easier if I left it nearby, but you know. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of tape. I just need it to stick long enough for my bean stitch to get going. And then I'm going to look at this real quick. Yeah, he's kind of cute. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want him. Actually, we'll do this one this way. Okay, so we're going to... I'll reload the white. I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted his circle to have light gray or if I wanted it to stay white. I think for this one we'll do white. That's snow. Snow's white. Sometimes I like to do a light gray because it pops a little bit more than just a white and it doesn't look so washed out. But I'm thinking for this guy, because he's glitter and white and textured, maybe we'll be okay. Alright, let's get this going, and now we're going to do our final stitch, and we're going to bean stitch to secure this thing together. Here we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to edit my hoop real quick, and we're going to make the snowman all over again. But this time I'm going to show you something different that I do, and we're going to do it with felt, and we're going to see the comparison. So let's get that started. Okay, so I've made my placement stitch for our second Feltie. Our second Feltie will actually be made out of felt. So I'm going to use the white glitter felt that we used on the back of this one. Again, make sure it covers. You don't want anything hanging out. And so this is a glitter felt. I did find this at Joann. You can buy it off the bolt. They are 60-inch wide bolts. You can always just go in and ask for a 12-inch cut. That's what I do. Go in with a coupon, give yourself a little break, make your own sale. The other thing I will say is shop their remnants. You will get 50% off of whatever the tag says on your remnant. So it's 50% off of that item, whatever the price is in the store that day. So if you go when the craft felt is $3.99 a yard and you find a yard of felt in the remnant bin, you will take home that 1 yard for $1.99. Okay, be smart, shop the remnant section, save yourself some money. I hoard felt that way. Sometimes I buy colors that I haven't quite used yet, or maybe I know I'm running low on, or I will run it low on in the future. Good ones to get are like whites, blacks, purple. You know, just get all the colors. Whatever color's on the remnant bin, make yourself a little collection. You'll thank yourself later. So let's get started. So, now that we got through that, I'm going to go ahead and load my white, because this is going to be our final bean stitch, and the bean stitch is going to make our Feltie sandwich. Alright, so turning it over. Alright, let's move back here. So here's where the craft foam's going to come in. I'm going to put some craft foam here. I like this because it provides stability to my Felties. All the ones that you see in my photos on Etsy, I actually use craft foam behind it because it provides a level of stability when I'm taking photos, and they don't really wilt. I noticed that it has this wilting effect when you use felt with a felt back. So for projects where I require that there be a level of stability where my Feltie will hold up, I back it with the craft foam. And I just find these sheets at Hobby Lobby. You can find them at other places. I've seen them also at Michael's and at Joann, but I'm a creature of habit, and so I buy all mine at Hobby Lobby. It's not any different. I'm pretty sure they're all the same brand. That's just where I like to go for that. Or maybe it's my excuse to shop at Hobby Lobby and find other new cool things, is saying, hey, I gotta go buy some craft felt. So let's go ahead and stitch this bad boy. Alright, so there you have it. We did our Felties. I'm going to turn you. Okay, job done. Fully stitched out. Check them out. And they're just, it's just the same. You have the foam back on one and the felt on the other. Like I said, this is going to provide a level of stability. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to cut all these jump stitches and clean it up, take it out of the hoop, tear it all away, cut them out, and I'm going to show you what they look like afterwards when they're all nice and pretty. Okay, so I got them all cut out. Here's what they look like. Two little snowmen. Super cute. First one, this is the one with the felt on the front, foam on the back, and this is the vinyl on the front, felt on the back. Both very stable. This one's a little bit thicker, but stability-wise they're pretty good. I like this combination, either vinyl with some felt, something light, or I like the felt with some foam on the back. This is good if you don't really have to see it, or for hair clips or something like that where the back doesn't really matter. It's a pretty back. It's pretty nice. This vinyl came from My Punk Embroidery. This is white sandbox. It has kind of a textured feel to it, and it has glitter, but the glitter does not come off. So this is really great. Really easy project. You can find these on my Etsy store. There's going to be a link to buy them either pre-made, and when I pre-make these, I do not put the foam on the back. It's felt on felt, because that's traditionally what Felties are. So that's how I sell them. Or you can find the design and make this for yourself at home, like we just did on my embroidery machine, which is great. You can do it yourself or let me do it for you. Either way, we all come out winning. So again, I will link these in the description below. You can find these as a file by themselves, or I'm going to actually make like a little Christmas bundle, and it'll be a really good deal. We're going to do a Christmas deal. Let me be real, it'll be a pack of 3 different things. Really great. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Also, if you have any questions or any other requests for videos, this was actually a requested video, so I'm happy to share whatever you guys would like to learn about embroidery. So hopefully you'll subscribe, and we'll see you next time.